friends, welcome to my fake English accent vintage PC build. Old school Intel 775 socket motherboard with P43 chipset. 8 gigs of fabulous DDR2 800 RAM. A fantastic DVD writer, reads and writes. Connection cables, thermal paste, Intel quad-core CPU filled with exploits and a chunk of old-school rubber. NVIDIA GTX 460 unbelievable video card, 120 gigs of SSD power, super silent cooler and other accessories. Then we have a almost no-name power supply. And a star of our video, Onkyo SE-200 PCI audio card made in Japan. And the cheapest new PC case for under 30 euros. Just a little random break before we start building our PC. First, make sure you are grounded, just like that. Slow and easy, pull the locking lever. Then lift the retention bracket. Align places for the landing pins with the landing pins on the motherboard and insert the CPU carefully. Then push the retention bracket back and lock the CPU. This is how it should look. For the heatsink installation, I'm gonna use already mounted plastic bracket backplate. Take the thermal paste, open the thermal paste, and apply the thermal paste on the CPU. Peel the protective foil of the heatsink, just like the asparagus peeling machine peels the asparagus. This utterly interesting process is clearly shown here. After the heatsink is mounted on the CPU, screws are screwed into the backplate one by one but diagonally. Now we are searching for places where our fan should be mounted on the heatsink, and we are installing our fan flawlessly. Connecting our fan with CPU fan point on the motherboard. Installing RAM memory. Take every memory module and thoroughly clean it with old school rubber. Don't let anything stain that memory. Be very careful when installing memory modules into the motherboard sockets. Open every single latch on the memory sockets and install every module one by one, softly, nicely and gently. That should be it. Opening the case now. Finding screws and accessories. Removing an extra big and loud fan from the case. This machine will be silent. Installing high quality, almost no name power supply into our PC. Number of tries depends solely on severity of your OCD. More screws. Taking random screws and using it on power supply. Of course, never do a research if your motherboard needs standoffs. Install them everywhere. Aligning motherboard with the standoffs? Yes, that should look nice. Screw the motherboard to the standoffs. Connect the power for the CPU. It's much more easier if you don't have a backplate. Connecting rest of the power connectors to the main board. Taking suggestions on the internet how to connect front panel connectors for this motherboard. Watching a sweet squirrel jumping over the trees. Done. Taking the tray for our SSD drive out. Mounting the SSD drive and screwing it to the tray. A piece of cake. Now returning the tray with SSD drive installed and connecting it to the motherboard. Making way for our DVD writer. Simple as click. Then pushing our DVD writer into the case. And finally clicking once more. Connection done. Now making way to finally install our graphics card and audio card. All stubborn pieces deserve to be thrown out. Old school video card which also needs a proper cleaning with the old school rubber. Video card is ready to be installed. Of course, nicely, gently and professionally. Wait a second, Bribdi. What is that? What is that gap doing there? You super noob. You really did not need those standoffs installed. Now, mind the gap, loser. Yes, of course. Show us how you removed everything now. And trash those stupid standoffs for good. Somehow I have a strange feeling that you enjoy doing this over and over again. Screwing. Old school rubber from one side, old school rubber from another side. Installing a video card once more. Yes, that looks much better now. Screw the video card to the case, of course with 2 screws. Connect 6-pin power supply to the video card. Oh, but we need another one. Make something, Bribdi, make something. Yes, clever boy. And we have a second 6-pin power connector. Yes, clear the path for the one and only Onkyo SE-200 PCI audio card. Here it is. Wow! Of course, after again applying the old school rubber, install it professionally, gently and nicely. Finally plugging a mini HDMI to HDMI converter. Just take a look at this beauty and this fabulous cable management. Adding just a slight touch on the already perfect cable management. Case closed. And finally, our vintage audiophile PC is finished. Just look at all those levels of superiority. And now we are ready to turn our PC on and to hear what it has to say. Pressing the power button with confidence. Nothing happens. Of course, the power supply is not turned on. Pressing the power button again, and nothing happens. Okay, let's try with reset button. Yes, and our PC is on. Yes, I also say that to you, Bribdi. That was way too loud. Now, let's make some final preparations before operating system is installed on this computer. That should do the trick. And again, like a true professionals, we are installing our operating system grounded. Enjoy reflections on the DVD. Put the DVD into the tray. Close the tray and you are ready to go. Now sit back, relax and wait until your system is installed. Enjoy Moir. Enjoy hard disk lamp flashing. Enjoy inside of your computer. Those colors are mesmerizing. When the operating system is finally installed, now you have to install your audio drivers. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, just press next, and eventually you'll be ready to go. Okay, installation of the audio card's been really smooth and we are ready to go. And now we just have to experiment a little bit and to find the lowest delay between our MIDI keyboard and the computer, and then we are ready to go. In this case, 192 samples will do it. For simultaneous playing and recording on our sound card, we are going to use this original breakout box. This audio loop enables that the playback of the card goes back into the card where it's been recorded and then played back on the additional stereo output. Let's make some musical masterpiece.
It's true, that's